So when I read his post, I thought, wow, I need to know more about this. So I went out, and like I said, did the research, asked Steve a ton of questions. And so I figured at that point I'd want to try the detox and see how it works for me. So when did we do it? The end of March?
Yeah. March.
He had actually already started as an Arbonne rep, but hadn't done the detox yet. So we did it together. And it was pretty amazing program. And we were both in agreement at the end of the 28 days that was definitely something worthwhile and that we'd probably do it again.
That's right.
Yeah. And Steve I'll let him tell his story, but after that I thought more and more about what a good experience I had. And so that's when I decided to become a consultant and help other people do the same thing that I was able to do. So basically, that's my story.
Yes. And mine, like Martha said, we did the program together in March, and, I was someone that had worked out all the time, and I had this little belly that I just couldn't seem to get rid of. And so that was one of my goals in doing the program. I also was a little bit foggy in my thinking, and I had some aches and pains, which I kind of chalked up to being, an older version of me. But I went through the program, and I was really surprised that not only did I find that, I would wake up in the morning and feel like I actually was refreshed and felt good. I wasn't tired in the morning. I didn't have the aches and pains. My thinking became clearer. I lost that thing around my belly, and my belly went flat, and I just had this tremendous experience, and the only thing I changed was what I ate. So my wife, who's a nurse, was very skeptical about the whole thing until she saw what happened to me, and she ended up going through it too. So it's a pretty remarkable program. Like Martha said, it's really exciting to share with people what this program does. So let's dive right in. And along the way, if you have any questions or whatever, it looks like your microphone is muted, but did you do that on purpose, or?
No, I didn't.
Oh, good.
Okay. I just wanted to tell you, I had done a diet kind of similar to this. I think I can't even remember the name of it now. It was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I went through a whole cleansing process for 2 weeks and cleaned up my eating. And I have tons of allergies. I had aches and pains. Everything disappeared. So I truly believe it's what you eat.
Oh,
it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. My allergies completely disappeared. Now they're all back. I've gained all my weight back. I know that's what it is.
I know it's just remarkable the difference it makes. You're right. And it's funny. It's great that you've already experienced that, because sometimes you talk to people and they can't believe it.
No, it's for sure.
It is. It's just so amazing. So we'll just jump right in here. Yeah. So, we talk about why detoxify, and some people will say, and we'll talk about the program, and they'll go, well, geez, I already eat pretty cleanly, which is what I thought too. But the issue is that there are so many toxins in our environment that get into our system, even if you eat really well, that it's important to detox. It comes from, the food we eat, the products that we buy and use, our environment, even the couches that we sit on, everything, the clothes that we wear. So anything the body can't use for energy, the body kind of doesn't really know what to do with, and that's where it stores it away as fat, or it manifests itself in these other issues. We kind of think about it like a bathtub in a way. If you have a bathtub and the drain is clogged, and you keep pouring water in, and the water is like toxins, eventually the tub just starts overflowing, and there's nowhere more, for these toxins to go. And when that happens, a lot of different symptoms can occur. And you already said you've had some of these yourself: allergies, acid reflux, anxiety, brain fog was one that I had, dark circles under the eyes, depression, sleep.
I don't sleep well. Definitely don't sleep well.
And it's all of these sorts of things that a lot of us just kind of go, wow, that's just, I'm getting older, or that's just the way it is.
Right.
It really isn't. So what we do in this program, back to the bathtub analogy, is we shut the spigot off, so we stop putting more toxins in our system, and then we unclog the drain to get everything else out. And it's all done just naturally based on what we eat. So the advantage that Arbonne has is the products are pure, safe, and beneficial. It's really this melding of science and nature. There's no animal products, no byproducts. We get rid of dairy, gluten, soy, no artificial colors, flavors, no sweeteners, no genetically modified anything. So that you're really getting supplements that go right along with this concept of eating clean and give you a really good head start over that 28-day period.
Okay.
So the way we look at this, it's not a fad diet. This is not a diet that's about rapid weight loss. In fact, a lot of people wrongly think that people who are skinny are healthy. It's all about that, and it's couldn't be further from the truth. There's a lot of people who lose a lot of weight, but it's not a very healthy thing. Actually, weight loss is a byproduct of a healthy lifestyle. When you give your body what your body needs and wants, weight loss occurs. And the great thing about this program, the thing that really drew me to this, is that it is a way of life. It's not 28 days and you're done thing. It's 28 days to get you started, and then you can easily maintain it and keep going. It's not like you have to buy prepackaged meals or count calories every day or something like that. It's just eating good, wholesome food. So what we're going to do during the Clean Eating Challenge is we're going to reveal the foods that are sabotaging your health, the things that are causing some of those issues, reprogram your body to efficiently remove toxins, reset the metabolism, reduce food cravings, in some instances even eliminate them, and even renew your skin. I've had so many clients that said, I was in the office and the girl said my eyes looked clearer or my skin looked better. And it was all just from changing the diet.
Wow.
So what the program focuses on is just eating clean. So like I said, we're going to stop putting the toxins in, and we're really going to replace what we're eating with organic whole food that's free of preservatives, no additives, no pesticides, hormones, antibiotics, artificial flavors, and other toxins. Again, food is either fuel or it's poison for the system. We're going to eliminate those allergenic and addictive foods. So that may be something that's causing some issues for you. And we're going to remove stuff like gluten, soy, dairy, processed and artificial sugars. But you don't have to worry, because we have really great alternatives. So you're not going to feel deprived at all during the 28 days. Martha and I were just talking how many times we have people say to us is like, I can't believe I'm in week 4 already. It's like it goes by so quick.
Well, you do get into a bit of a groove once you start the program, because it's not about calories. It's not about point systems. It's not about keeping track. It's having a whole system so that you get used to the foods that you can and cannot eat, and in the pattern that you eat those. And then once you discover that, it just kind of goes, it flows.
Really easy, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk about why we're removing some of the things that we're removing. So we get rid of gluten, and you probably did that in your other program, is that right?
I think I probably did.
Probably, yeah.
I don't think it was intentional, but I think it turned out to be that way.
Yeah, it could be. And gluten is one of those things that there a lot of people have sensitivity. They estimate about 50% of the population has some sensitivity to gluten. It's really hard to digest, and it causes that bloating or that pot belly, and it also can cause focus issues. People have migraines, ADD, asthma, all of those things linked back to gluten. I think that was really my thing with the whole brain fog. I was one of these people that I would have eggs and toast in the morning. Every morning I would have toast, and I just think that getting rid of that gluten really helped a lot.
Yeah, I'm a big toast girl. Bread's going to be hard for me.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. You know, it's I was too. I was a big sandwich person, a big toast person, and I don't miss it at all. So.
I was shocked. I had no alcohol and no coffee for 28 days.
Yeah.
And I didn't even miss it. I was
Coffee was really hard for me with that other diet.
Yeah.
I took coffee out and I was getting migraines.
Yeah.
So I do worry about that part for me.
Well, you will, and we'll talk about that because we have some things in the program when we go through the products that kind of can help with that, because a lot of people are coffee drinkers. I was the same way. I was like 3-4 cups a day before the program. I haven't had 1 cup of coffee since March, you know.
Wow.
I missed it. I've got way more energy now than I had when I was drinking coffee.
Yeah.
So soy is another one. You know, soy is one of these things that has been really marketed well because a lot of people think that it's a very healthy thing, you know, and actually most of it, 90% of it's genetically modified. It's really acidic, highly inflammatory, and it's used a lot in processed foods. The other thing that I didn't know before was that it contains a plant estrogen which mimics the effects of female hormones. And we're already very estrogen dominant as a society and as a country. So that puts us at a greater risk for female cancer too. So it's a good thing to get rid of from our diet. So we get rid of soy. And then dairy, you know, we remove dairy, which is another one that for some people, that's a tough one.
That will be.
Yeah. Because, you know, we've been told our whole lives that, you know, milk does a body good and those sorts of marketing campaigns. The issue is, and, you know, some people worry about calcium. There's really only about 30% of the calcium in milk that we absorb in our bodies anyway. Most of the milk that we're drinking these days is made up of sugars, hormones, and antibiotics that aren't really helping us out. And you can get even more calcium from things like broccoli. And, you know, when you switch to something like almond milk, you don't miss the dairy at all, and you get just as much calcium from that.
If not a little bit more.
Yeah, probably more.
I think there's more than regular milk.
I'm big on the cheese and yogurt. That's what I'll have. That's what I will miss.
I'm a big cheese girl myself, Monica, so I hear you.
Yeah. You'll be surprised. In 28 days you go, huh, I didn't even really miss that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So coffee and alcohol, this is the one where a lot of people freak out. But again, you know, and we talked about this a little bit, you know, alcohol is just exactly like sugar in the body. So it's very inflammatory. It is addictive, obviously, and it's only 28 days, so it's not that difficult. Coffee is also acidic, and it's very burdensome on the liver. So while we're going through a detox, that can really work against you, which is kind of why we get rid of the coffee. Now, so that you know, this program, there's an integration afterwards, and so what we do is we work with you. So if you said you're really into cheese, for example, so we would work with you to reintegrate cheese into your diet, and the idea would be we'd see, so if we put cheese back in your diet for 2 or 3 days, do you still feel as great as you did when you're on the program? And if you do, awesome, you know, go for it. If something comes back, then at that point it's kind of a decision that you have to make and go, maybe I shouldn't do cheese. I don't know. But we really go slow and kind of test those things so that you know exactly what you have sensitivities to and what you don't. So what the program does is it increases nutrient intake, because most of the packaged and prepackaged food that we're eating just has no nourishment, no nutrients. We're really malnourished as a country, which is why, so many people carry this toxic fat around in their bodies because they're just eating stuff that the body doesn't know what to do with. So we're gonna increase that nutrient uptake, and as a result, all those things are going to happen. We're going to feel more energy. We're going to sleep better. All these things that our body is designed to do when we give it what it wants. It's going to balance your blood sugar. So if you've ever been, I can clearly remember me, standing at the vending machine around 10 o'clock in the morning going, what's the best, worst choice, And then you eat something and you feel good for 5 or 10 minutes, and then boom, you crash again.
Yep.
So this program gets rid of that. We balance the blood sugar, so it's just like cruising down a highway, nice and smooth. You don't have the peaks and valleys anymore. And we support the elimination organs. So it's the 4 major pathways to get toxins out of the body: the liver, kidneys, intestines, and the largest detoxification organ, your skin. We give those organs what they need to help get the toxins out of the system, unclog the drain, as they say. This is kind of a sample of day 1, and we'll kind of show you the products and kind of walk through those so you can see what those are like. So first thing in the morning, what we have is something called Digestion Plus. Can you see that okay? I can't see us showing you, so hopefully you can see it okay. Yeah. But it's just this little Digestion Plus is probiotics and prebiotics and enzymes that help you, it helps increase the nutrient intake from all the food that you're going to eat throughout the day. So that's why we kind of start with this. And it's an awesome product that goes to work immediately to help you get all the nutrition from the foods that you're going to be eating. Then we have a detox tea. And what this tea does, it's a really nice tea. It's like a kind of a mild minty flavor. This supports your liver, your kidneys, and some of your elimination organs. It says detox tea, but it doesn't change anything about your bathroom habits. It's just helping to support those organs that are getting rid of the toxins for you. Then you would have your breakfast shake would be the next thing. So the shakes are 20 grams of vegan protein. This is 1 bag. You get 2 bags with your package. You get vanilla and chocolate. It's all from pea, cranberry, and rice. That's where the protein comes from. So it's very easy to digest. And the program itself comes with shake recipes, so you don't get bored. You know, there's a blueberry, there's a chocolate mint, pumpkin spice,
chocolate strawberry,
green apples. There's all kinds of different things. So it keeps it pretty flavorful and good variety. We also have a fiber boost, which we put in the shakes, and the fiber boost is awesome. It's like a sponge for the toxins. So, you know, the toxins in your body just gets glommed right onto the fiber, and then they're out of your system. So, and it also helps you feel full from the shake. And in the shake, we mix in, we have a product called Greens Balance, which is 37 different fruits and vegetables. It's like getting an entire serving of fruits and vegetables right in your shake. In essence, what the shake is doing for you from a nutritional standpoint, it's like having a salad for breakfast, but it tastes like, you know, a shake. So it's really nutritious, and it's something that really helps keep you going. Now, a few hours after that, we do a healthy snack, and we have a whole list of healthy snacks that you can choose from. And one of the things that you might be very interested in is these things called Fizz Sticks. These are a great alternative for coffee or soda because it's green tea, antioxidants, B vitamins, gives you a natural energy boost, and it's just a great snack. Helps you, you know, just it also kind of helps you deal with stress. Sometimes I've had a pretty stressful day, and I'll have a Fizz Stick, and so and you get 2 boxes of those, pomegranate and citrus. After that, you would have your lunch. So every couple of hours, you're eating something. You're never going to feel hungry. You're not going to feel deprived. In fact, we sometimes have people say, boy, I don't even feel like having my snack, but we encourage you to because we want to keep that blood sugar balanced well. So at lunch, you'd have another protein shake or a whole food meal, depending upon what your goals are going into the program. And then you'd have another snack in the afternoon. So for example, today I had green apples and almond butter for my morning snack, and then I had hummus and carrots for my afternoon snack. And then you would have dinner, and we provide 4 weeks worth of meal plans for you. Recipes are amazing. They're very easy to make. So easy, even I can do it. And it's all about that whole food. We even give you guides for if you're traveling, or guides for salad dressing recipes. There's shopping lists, all that stuff in there. So that's kind of what a sample day is like. In week 3, there's another thing called the 7-day body cleanse. This is, it supports antioxidant action, supports your liver, your gastrointestinal health, and alkalinity. And this cleanse is a really gentle cleanse. Again, it does not change your habits in the bathroom or how frequently you need to go. It's something that you just sip over the course of 4 to 6 hours during the day. And it just does a kind of low-level detoxification of your system. And this is a really exciting week in the program. I've seen so many people, their skin clears up, their eyes get clearer, their hair is shinier, all kinds of things as a result of the week 3 cleanse. And that's pretty much it. So these are a couple of other things that you get with the package that we didn't really talk about. So you get coaching, daily coaching round the clock via a private Facebook page, which is really phenomenal. When I first heard about it, I was kind of like, Facebook page, whatever. But there's coaches in there. There's other people that are going through the program. Tons of motivation, tons of education, information. It's a really useful resource. I actually, the first time I used it, I snapped a picture of the ingredients of some almond milk that we were using, and I sent it to the group and said, is this okay? And one of them right away wrote back to me. I was still in the store, and she said, you really should get the Silk brand, because the brand you have has a carcinogen in it. And I'm like, whoa, that was worth the price right there.
Yeah, that's scary.
It was.
Wow. Yeah.
It's called Nature's Place, so it sounded good, but it certainly wasn't.
Silk, okay.
Silk is a good brand for that, yes.
What about the Blue Diamond? Have you heard about Blue Diamond?
We use that. I checked just the other day, and it's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You also get, like we said, the weekly meal plans and the recipes. You get the shopping guide. You also get a free $50 product. Most people go with the Greens Balance that I talked about earlier, but you can get anything off of a list that we have. You also get ongoing savings as a preferred client. So you'd be Martha's preferred client. You get 20% off anything that you wanted from her store for an entire year.
I have my own website.
You have your own website. That's right.
So.
And you also get 2 awesome coaches, one with hair, one without hair,
Okay.
to help you. And after the 28 days, like I said, this is, for me, was the big thing, was I didn't want to do something short term and then go right back to where I was before. So after the 28 days, we do work with you to reintegrate, clean eating into your lifestyle and help you with that. And that's ongoing forever. You're moved into a group called Detox and Beyond, which is a Facebook group that continue updates with recipes and ideas and different things. And like I said before, we work with you if you want to move something back into your diet. I think, so here are some of the ways that you can get involved and take advantage of the clean eating program. One is to be a client. So clients receive special offers. It's free membership, but the program costs quite a bit more because you don't get the discount that you get as a preferred client. As a preferred client, which is the way most people do it, you get 40% off of the clean eating program. So it ends up being $255 and change. You also get free shipping on your order. You get the free $50 product. You get 20 to 40% off on products for an entire year. And you earn other rewards along the way, like free shipping and credit vouchers and different things. The cost of becoming a preferred client is $20. So for $20, you're really saving significantly more than you would pay as a client, which is why I think most people go the preferred client route. The other option is to become a consultant like Martha and I and share this with your friends and your family. And if you do that, it costs $79 to join. You get 35% off of all the products on the site. There is unlimited income potential. You can earn cars and trips and all sorts of different things. And you get 35 to 80% off on products for an entire year. So those are three of the different ways that you can take advantage of the program. Do you have any questions? I think I'm at the end of my slides. Let me see. Yes, I am.